Every morning, before the world gets loud, you are given a small window of power. It happens the moment you open your eyes. And most people waste it. They reach for their phone, start scrolling, and hand over the most important minutes of the day to noise, distraction, and other people's thoughts. But the way you use those first moments shapes far more than your morning. It influences your decisions, your emotions, your focus, and the way you respond to everything that follows. So here is a better way to begin. This is not empty positivity. It is not about pretending life is easy or repeating cheerful phrases you do not believe. This is about preparing your mind properly. It is ancient Stoic wisdom, strengthened by what modern neuroscience tells us about the brain. The way you start your morning is often the way you shape your day, and over time, the way you shape your days becomes the way you shape your life. Morning matters because your mind is not fully switched into its usual busy state yet. In those early moments, you are moving out of sleep, and your mind is more open, more impressionable, and more responsive to suggestion. That is why what you repeat to yourself in the morning matters. It is a chance to direct your mind instead of letting it drift. This is not about denying reality. It is about building mental armor before the day begins. It is about priming yourself for difficulty, challenge, uncertainty, and pressure, so you meet them with steadiness instead of panic. So here are 5 things to repeat every morning. First, today I will face challenges, but I will not avoid them. I will face them and work through them. This idea echoes the Stoic thinking of Marcus Aurelius. The point is simple. Difficulty is not a sign that something has gone wrong. Difficulty is part of life. Stress will happen. Delays will happen. Frustration will happen. People will disappoint you. Plans will change. But when you expect some resistance, you handle it better. Your brain copes more effectively with stress when it is not shocked by it. In a way, you are training yourself in advance. You are saying, something difficult may happen today, and that is fine. I can deal with it. I do not need a perfect day to be okay. Second, I cannot control everything, but I can control how I show up. That is one of the most powerful mindset shifts you can make. You cannot control the weather, other people's moods, unexpected problems, or every outcome. But you can control your effort, your attitude, your decisions, and your response. This is what the Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught so clearly. Some things are up to us, and some things are not. A lot of anxiety comes from trying to control what was never ours to control in the first place. So each morning, remind yourself to focus your energy where it actually matters. Not on the uncontrollable, but on your own actions. That is where your power is. Third, I am not my thoughts. I am the thinker of them. This one matters because your mind produces thoughts all day long, and not all of them deserve your trust. Fear will speak. Self-doubt will speak. Comfort will speak. Excuses will speak. Your brain is a thought factory. It generates ideas, warnings, memories, worries, and impulses constantly. But just because a thought appears does not mean it is true, and it definitely does not mean you have to obey it. You are not the machine. You are the operator. That means you can notice a thought without becoming controlled by it. You can hear the voice that says, stay small, play safe, do not risk it, and still choose differently. You can decide which thoughts deserve your attention and which ones need to be let go. That is how you stop living on autopilot. Fourth, I am grateful for what I have. Gratitude is often misunderstood. It does not mean pretending everything is perfect. It does not mean ignoring pain, grief, frustration, or ambition. It simply means recognizing what is already good, already valuable, already present in your life. You can be grateful and still want more. You can be grateful and still be struggling. You can be grateful and still be growing. Those things can exist together. There is a powerful truth in the phrase, grateful people are happy. Not because gratitude erases hardship, but because it changes what your mind pays attention to. It shifts your focus from constant lack to present value. And when you do that, you begin your day from strength instead of scarcity. Fifth, If today were my last day, how would I live it? This is the Stoic idea of memento mori. Remember that you will die. It sounds heavy, but it is actually clarifying. When you remember that life is limited, the trivial starts to lose its grip. Petty worries shrink. Delay becomes harder to justify. You start to see time for what it really is: precious, fragile, and not guaranteed. This is not meant to make you fearful. It is meant to wake you up. If today mattered more than usual, what would you stop wasting time on? What would you say? What would you begin? What would you no longer postpone? Sometimes the most powerful way to live is to remember that you will not live forever. So tomorrow morning, before you touch your phone, before you let the world into your head, pause and repeat these 5 things. Today I will face challenges and I will work through them. I cannot control everything, but I can control how I show up. I am not my thoughts. I am the thinker of them. I am grateful for what I have. If today were my last day, I would live it with intention. Do that consistently, and you are not just changing your mornings. You are changing the way you meet your life.